the skill sets required for business remains the same. And why we've specifically chosen sensor? Because it's something very tangible. You can see it, you can understand it, and we are focusing on your skill set. We are not focusing at the sensor industry. And a sensor is something that's used everywhere. This particular projector is using a sensor. I'm sure all of you have cell phones which uses sensor. Remotes are all over the place, it uses sensor. So something that is there, it is inbuilt in our day-to-day life. That's why we've chosen a sensor industry. And what is the marketplace like? Do you understand segments? Basically, customers are actually divided into segments. Like-minded people is what we call segments. So here we have a marketplace. In our industry, we track the changing customer demand on a perceptual map. What exactly is a perceptual map? If you see the x-axis, it talks about the size, and the y-axis talks about the performance. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. The x-axis is talking about performance and the y-axis is talking about size. We are mapping two attributes of the sensors, and we are seeing that the requirement of the people is changing over time. All of them are talking at smaller sensors with better performance. Just focus on what you did for computers or what you do for cell phones. Having the size of cell phones reduced compared to the yesteryears. It was possibly, a bigger piece of cell phone, which especially men, they hung on their trousers. It was a status symbol, walking around with a cell phone. Today it's become a basic requirement. Today it's become very user-friendly. Yesterday it had very fewer attributes which you could really use. So this is what we are mapping, size and performance. Over 8 years, 5 to 8 financial years, what happens to the demand? We will check that out. And this is what happens. We have low-tech customers, traditional, high-tech, performance and size. And in your simulation, we've clubbed them only into 2 segments. And this is how the segments would move over time. People would want smaller sensors with better performance. This is what the sensors would look like. OEMs are original equipment manufacturers. If you understand the sensor in your cell phone, like if you have a Nokia cell phone, the sensor may not be made by Nokia. If you have an Apple cell phone or a Samsung cell phone, the sensors may not be made by the company itself. So there's another company who manufactures sensors that provides the sensor to the parent company. These companies are called OEMs. Now a low-end traditional customers. What are we talking about? Have you heard of the soap Lifebuoy or Dalda? You have heard it. If you ask your parents, they'll say it exists. It existed during our time. If you ask your grandparents, they'll probably say it existed during our time. These kind of customers are customers who look at tried and tested products. They're looking at products which have been tried and tested over time. And they want something which has been tried over time, and they have to be moderately reliable. They know Dalda has worked over years. They know Lifebuoy has worked over years. A little tweaking in them gives them a freshness of life. But basic product remains the same. The technology doesn't have to be a cutting edge technology. That's what is the belief of these low-end and traditional customers. While you have the high-end size and performance customers, these are the cutting-edge customers. The sensors have to be small, micro and fast. These customers would stand in a line, or they would go to an Apple store to buy the Apple 5S. The day it was put in the market, they would go to see a movie first day, first show. Go through whatever inconvenience they have to go, because they have to be first. It really does something to them when they are first in the marketplace. These customers are clubbed in high-end size and performance customers. For them, they would go and get married to a beautiful girl, possibly Malika Sherawat. Not because they are in love with her. Because for them, it is very important what the neighbors would say. Neighbors envy, owners pride. That is what they believe in. Now positioning. How do you position a product to go into which segment? It is very, very important for us to understand the psyche of the customers to position our product. Let's say a person talks about a car as spacious inside as an Ambassador, as small from outside as a Zen, and as fuel efficient as a Maruti 800. Which car do you think is positioned in this category? This is what was manufactured. In Capstone, what we are going to do in our simulation, price and age are for not technologically savvy customers. You don't mind paying that extra money if you get a technologically high product and it is a brand new product. So if it is an old product, it's not your cup of tea. And positioning and MTBF. MTBF is mean time before failure. Basically, you get a warranty of that it will last for so many years without any, any product has a warranty period. So that period is called mean time before failure. So that is for highly savvy customers. These are the two attributes which are very, very important for highly savvy customers. The Sensor Industry Analyst Project ongoing, the report is out, and the Analyst Project ongoing growth for the next 8 years, if you can see that the market is growing wonderfully well. So you are going to come into this market which has a great potential. It is growing well, and in the next 5 to 8 years, you have the potential, subject to your putting your ideas in, implementing your ideas well. It has great potential. So the entire market is growing around 14 to 15%. This is what you're already told. So you will be given a scenario where you enter. The SEC announces a breakup of monopoly. There is only one company which is making sensors, and if the products are very bad, the customers do not have any options to choose from, so you are just forced into buying one thing, and we all know how we hate being forced into anything. For example, you go to a store to buy a shirt and it has only one brand. You say, no, I'll probably go to another place. I want multiple brands to choose from. Even in multiple brands, you go for multiple designs. We all like options from where we can choose. So here, it was a monopoly. Only one company was making sensors. Didn't appeal to anybody. So the SEC announces a breakup of that entire company. So the company breaks up, and that's what you take over. This is what the competition will be about. You will be given a $40 million company, 5 product lines, 2 segments, and a closed marketplace. The companies will be named alphabetically as Andrews, Baldwin, Chester, Digby, Erie, and Phelps. These will be the name of your company. So you will be the CEOs or the chairman or the product managers for these company. You divide yourself according to your choice. After poor results, lackluster sales and angry customer reports, the chairman and the board of directors has announced the immediate termination of the management team. This is a black day for our company, said the chairman, Professor Murli. We need to hire a dynamic leadership group who will be able to take the company to the future, and you, friends, are going to be the dynamic leadership group. Welcome to your new company. This is what you will have to do. You have to manufacture sensors. There would be a competition between 6 companies. Each one of us will be divided into group. Each group takes over a company, and you need to have your own strategy. You will be given the scenario. These are the focus areas: R&D, research and development, marketing, production, and finance. There are additional modules which we won't be putting it on currently. In case you feel you need it, at a later stage we'll think about it. Things to do on an annual basis. What do you need to do? Establish a business strategy for your company. The first thing, the idea must be there to implement. You know there is a market, a background scenario is given, you know you're going to manufacture sensors for OEM. Please make a plan. How do you want to go about it? Because your neighbor will also be making a plan. And if his plan is better than yours, you're going to be in deep trouble. Analyze the foundation fast track. Now we're going to give you a business magazine called Fast Track, which will give you various attributes that are needed to run your business. So all the information that you need to take decision will be available on Fast Track. Make tactical decisions across each functional area. What are those functional areas? R&D, marketing, production and finance. Only these functional areas initially. And then we will process the round and you will see the outcome of your decisions. You will see what your competition did, you will see what you did, and you will see who made more money. Rejoice at your superior capitalistic acumen and then begin the process again, so that this will be called as one financial year. You do this again for the second financial year and we will do this till 5 or 8 years, time permitting. Warren Buffett said, all hard work brings profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Plan, we may have wonderful plans, excellent plans, and we may be able to even convince stakeholders about our plan. But whether there is a buy-in, whether it lasts, whether there is a proper view about the plan, do you know how to implement it and take it to a workable conclusion, is what we are going to check out in this game. At the starting point, you are going to be, normally people are either lucky or they are good. Attractive market, here you've been told there's an attractive market. And develop competencies. So here you, as a Thai group, you're going to have both. You've joined this forum, so you are extremely lucky, and to develop competencies you have a simulation plus a whole lot of other programs which have been thought about for you. So you do have a huge platform to develop your competencies. UPS, have you heard of this company called UPS? What is it?
Yeah, logistics.
That's right. It is United Parcel Services. This is an American company. This was earlier by Forbes. It was called a trucking company with technology. Now it is called a technology company with trucks. Why I'm telling you this? Because in every field, innovation is required. The thought process, the skill set has to be there. The engagement for the simulation, pre-simulation, I think I'll discuss with Mr. Murli how we are going to divide you into teams. There is going to be a rehearsal simulation. Each person will be given a user ID and a password. You enter that website. I'll give you the details. I will be sending you mails with all the details. And there is an inbuilt coach who will familiarize you with the software. And he will tell you what all are the spaces where you need decisions. If you do it, it is self-paced. You can do it as per your choice, your time. Then we will talk about how to take this further. We have practice round and we have a whole lot of post-coaching support also available. Do you recognize this lady? Anybody? She was in the news for a long time. Sindhuja Rajaraman. She became a CEO at the age of 14. A CEO of an animation company called Sipan at the age of 14. And she had 5 men in between the age bracket 25 to 30 working under her. She planned the strategy and the deliverables of the company. They implemented it at the age of 14. Does this remind you of anybody? Suhas Gopinath. He also also became, he was born in 1986, but at the age of 14, he became the CEO of a company called Globals Inc. At that time, he used to build websites and he sold it to portals to brick and mortar company in the US. He did it at that time. Who is the CEO here? The two little kids. They are 10 and 12. Do you know their name? They are Chennai-based kids. They are 10 and 12. Shravan and Sanjay Kumaran. The two little kids, you see, they were 10 and 12 when they started making apps, mobile apps. And they had about 10,000 downloads. And over 20 countries, in over 20 countries. And 4 of their apps are available on Apple Store. They are 10 and 12. Just goes to say that, of course, these are exceptions, very few. By this, I'm not trying to say that you've crossed the bridge or anything. These are just a few. Why I'm telling you this is because it doesn't need an age. Age is just a number. What we are really addressing here is skill sets. We are really excited to address this skill set, to know what your idea is and what your plan to implement is. That is what we are really addressing by this simulation. I would like to show you the website where what you would be able to see. I'll take my cell and then.
I have a hotspot.
I'll be sending each one of you a mail, so you don't have to remember anything now. With a user ID and a password, you enter and this would be your landing page. This is where you would come and you would go to getting started. You could go to getting started and that would give you a complete detail. It would also give you a little video which gives you an introduction to the complete game. It's a 4-minute video. So it will give you a complete introduction to the game. Then you have the various tabs on top. You see the introductory lesson, the guide, the industry conditions report, the complete rehearsal tutorial. Please take your time, self-paced, at your convenience. Click on every tab. You don't understand, there is an inbuilt coach. He will keep appearing on your left hand side. You click on the coach and he will give you any information that you need. And in case, yes? Okay. In case you don't understand, in spite of that, I would love to get mails from you with any explanation whatsoever that you might need. You will also do something known as a complete the rehearsal tutorial. The coach will handhold you, he'll tell you what to do, where to go, what are the information you need to feed in, where do you get this information from, what is this industry manual, what is the industry condition at this point of time. Everything will be available to you. Once you've done this rehearsal simulation and got familiar with the software, then the actual competition starts. And complete details, you will receive the mail and we will take your convenience and move as per possibly 5 financial years we would be able to complete. This is what the simulation is all about. In case, do I have 4 minutes? Yeah. So I will just play this so that you can, but it doesn't.
Congratulations, you are now in charge of a $40 million corporation. Your company manufactures sensors. Sensors are devices that observe physical conditions. Your sensors are installed into the products your customers sell. Sensors are everywhere. Almost any product that has an automated function requires some sort of sensor. Your company was created when the government split a monopoly into identical competitors.
Can you hear it?
When the company was a monopoly, operating efficiencies and poor product offerings were not addressed because customers had no other choice. Competition in the post-monopoly era means you can no longer ignore these issues. If you do, competitors with better products, lower prices, or both, will leave you in the dust. The tools you need to stay ahead of the competition are located in the Getting Started.
No, it's like under the keyboard. It comes out of the keyboard.
The industry conditions report describes in detail company.
I don't think it's audible at the back. I'll stop this right now.
A cash flow statement and an income statement. You will use the fountain.
Any questions you need to ask about the simulation? Any questions? I have one very bad habit.
We have two systems. If you want, if, you guys can just play around, that's okay.
2 would be too little. I need maximum 6 per system.
We could do 2 batches if you want.
Would you like it that way? Would you like to try it out right now? Or would you like to get familiar with it and then we start that? How would you like it? Get familiar with it? I think that it's okay because we need to divide them into teams before we can hand them over a PC.
Okay.
We will be dividing you into teams. Each team will be taking over a company, and you go through this at your convenience, and we take it from there. Any questions that you need to address?
So we're going to send them the URL, the username details.
I would send,
They don't need to be grouped. Every individual, which means we are looking at about 30 of the...
30 we are looking at 6 teams then.
So you get 6 login IDs?
Yes. No, I would give them, each individual would have a login ID.
You get like 30 login IDs?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I would send them the process and you could register yourself. That's perfectly fine. So that's...
They'll have their individual login IDs, but while the simulation is going on, will they have a separate ID for the team?
No. They have individual login IDs for all individual work which they could do, like the rehearsal and the practice simulation. Thereafter, when they come here and we work on the competition round, one person's user ID and password could be used. That's it. So you get individual IDs for individual work, and there's a host of information available on this website. But when you work in teams, it would be one person would be using their user ID and password. Fine. That's good.
Thank you, Suman. So I think today we had 2 exciting sessions. One with Srini, and the key message there is the idea is a priority, and then the funding is a hurdle for most companies. But once you figure out the idea, the resources that you can tap into, they're still hard to tap into it, but that's a secondary issue to think through. And then today you heard from Srinivas about how the incubation works here, what are the benefits of working here versus starting your own company, and we had this exciting business simulation that we'll be playing in the next few weeks. So any questions from today's sessions? Since it all tying together, I know you're hearing from different speakers about different topics. Are you forming a clear story in your head about different topics we're talking about? So today the focus was about funding. So did these sessions help you get a clear picture about what are the different sources of funding, how you go about tapping into it? If you have any questions, please drop an email to the TVE group. Only or I will respond.
Let me take a couple of questions directly to them. So if I want to start a manufacturing company, right, what are the best possible funding sources I have? Angel. What else? Family and friends. So I said I want to start a manufacturing company.
That requires a lot of capital. You can't do it with friends and family. You need what bank loan would do or venture capital.
Okay, good thought process. So manufacturing companies typically need huge infrastructure, a lot of money to be put up front, right? If man do that, yes, friends and family, they can probably throw in a 200 crores. If not, right, that's the kind of money that a manufacturing plant would need, right? The best possible way would probably, typically how much money would you think I would need if I want to start something like this? A lot of money or a little bit of money? Why would I need a lot of money? I'm not manufacturing, I'm only developing a technology. I'm not manufacturing. I might probably license my technology to Ray-Ban or Oakley to go.
Some people do research for you, like help you research.
Okay.
So paper costs anything.
So how much would that be typically?
Annually?
Maybe 6 months,
6 months.
3 months, whatever.
I
So
don't
that's the
know.
only cost that I need to take care of? I need a lab,
But
20 lakh.
20 lakh, okay, why do I need a
money
lab?
for prototypes.
Money for computers,
Okay,
software.
okay. Where do I potentially get all of that money? Angel investors, friends and family. Okay, what is the typical money that an angel investor can fund? Broad range, not a specific number, but a range amount at which an angel can give you
10 lakhs, 20 lakhs,
max.
maybe, I don't know, depends.
So there was a presentation, Srinivas put up a presentation.
I never seen.
It was told in the session.
50 lakhs to 2 crores, some kind of a ballpark number. How much money would typically a VC get excited? When a VC wants to enter, what should be 5 crores and above, all the way up to 50 crores? Perfect. So if you want to start a technology company, an IT company, who would be your best bet to go approach? Angel. Okay, if you're a manufacturing company, straight at venture capital. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is there's no single source of money where you need, right? There's no one answer for all of your scenarios. It all depends on the kind of industry that you're looking at, the kind of product you want to build, the kind of service that you want to offer. Okay, based on that situations, the place where you go ask money differs. Okay, so the whole session that was presented today is to just give you multiple choices and tell, okay, these are the guys you could go if you have this kind of an asset, this kind of a technology that you want to build, right? It's not always, start at angel, start at incubator, go up the chain. It all depends on what you want to do, right? Where in that life cycle you are. There's a risk versus investment money that Srinivas put up, right? So it depends on where exactly you are in that position. You could go to a particular point. All right? Okay, quick info on the next session. The next session will be back in our old place, Rockwell. Okay, the coming Sunday. That will be again on finance. We'll go a little more deeper into numbers, right? A little more structure into it. Talk about a lot more. How do you probably cost your product or service? How do you put the price to it? How do you sell it? How do you get some money into your company? And then how do you actually manage the money? Right? All right, that's all we have. Please, before you come back, next session, we want you to spend some time on reviewing what is said today, and really love to see some feedback from you guys. We have seen almost no feedback. It's available online. You can choose to be anonymous if you want to. You don't have to tell your name when you write the feedback. So just go ahead, send your feedback. It doesn't have to be, even if you have a positive feedback, it's fine. We want to see some feedback coming in. And then we'll go ahead and send you the simulation inputs, the login ID and the URL. Just play with it and be familiar. Next week we'll plan something to do with simulation as well. All right? Thanks. Sangha, anything else that you want to check in?
Great.
No? Great. Thank you guys. So bus, you guys know where the bus is. We'll leave about...
lunch will be served first.
Lunch would be served here, this floor or somewhere else?
Same.
Or the same place where we picked up our slush?
Before waiting for lunch, just come towards the back of the room and collect the t-shirts.
Oh yes, we have t-shirts for all of you based on your choices. So you could just pick up a t-shirt go down, grab your lunch, and then if you're on self-transport, you're on your own. If you need a bus, we have it here. All right? Thank you, guys. Vivek.